my name is Lucy. I'm 27 years old and I'm an office manager at a podiatry clinic.
And my name is Alan, 28 years old. I'm a consultant for Deutsche Bank.
What we're looking for in a house. Do you want to go first?
We are looking for space. So, interesting story about us. I moved down to Chicago about a year and a half ago. Got a job at Deutsche Bank. We were engaged at the time. Didn't really. It was more of a fast thing. I was being recruited by the firm. Came to a surprise to both of us. So I found the first thing that I could find on Craigslist. So this is it.
So what I'm looking forward in a house is definitely, like Alan said, space. Because right now we are not living in the most
Useful
space.
it's not the most convenient, that's for sure. We're currently living in about a 280-foot shoebox. Before this, we actually had a house in Minnesota. We had about 2,500 square feet.
Yeah.
Very open. It was our first home, both of our first homes, and it was frankly a little bit too much space. But going from that to this, there's just no happy median.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would like anyways is something, I'm not afraid to do a little bit of work. I like old Tudor styles, the old houses, grand houses, a lot of turn of the century, if you will.
I'm looking for a French provincial house. Definitely, I would like an all-brick house. I feel like it definitely gives the house a little bit more character. As far as the inside goes, I want at least 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, something with a big open area. I would like a kitchen island just because I like to cook, so I like a lot of space in the kitchen. We also have 3 dogs. So definitely do not want carpet. Our last house had carpet everywhere. I had to steam clean the house at least once a month, and I do not want to do that again.
Once a month was not enough.
No, it was not. So definitely something with hardwood floors throughout. That would be ideal.
I would like a man cave. I had a man cave in our old house. It was kind of my space away. I really need something like that. She kind of drives me up the wall sometimes.
And I need my woman cave when he drives me up the wall. But yeah, I mean, we love being around each other, but we also need our space as well.
Space. She left me for a year and a half after all, so.
He's the one that got a job in Chicago, okay? He's the one that left me, had me plan the wedding all by myself. But, I mean, granted, I did stay in Minnesota a few months longer than I should have before I moved here. But that's how life goes, you know? You never know what's going to happen.
So one thing that we're really looking for in a house is the proximity to transportation in the city. So again, we come from Minnesota. Minnesota is a very drive-friendly town. There's highways, freeways everywhere. We both love cars, so garage is also a must for us.
Yes.
But we also don't want to spend 3 hours in a commute driving to work. Chicago's a completely different animal. Mm-hmm. So currently where we live in a shoebox, but we love our shoebox because it's right in the heart of Lincoln Park. You have schools, you have food, you have shopping everywhere. I walk about 4 blocks to the metro, and I'm into work in about 40 minutes. So commute is a big must.
Yeah, and from me, door to work, it's less than a half an hour, so that's ideal. I mean, coming from Minnesota, we drove everywhere. Coming here, we have to walk everywhere, so it's a big difference. So if we live closer to a train stop, to the metro line, something like that, that's definitely ideal.
So we looked at houses in the city. This is just not our style. Everything is like a long shotgun, I believe the term is. And it's cookie cutter. You do get a little bit of character and personality on the outside, but essentially all houses look the same in the city. We'll probably miss it, but we have friends. We made a ton of new friends in Chicago, so we'll be in and out. But really something close to the highway, something close to the train station out in the suburbs would be ideal for us. And again, has to have a garage. That was a big consideration when we were looking at houses in Chicago. Would you agree?
But yes, but that's non-negotiable. I mean, we definitely need a garage.
The more spaces, the better.
And definitely a yard. I mean, that was one other criteria that we really wanted a house, is a yard with a fenced backyard for our dogs. That way we don't have to leash them up every time they have to go outside. It gives them enough space to run around. So, I mean, living downtown Chicago seems very nice and ideal for our age group right now, but with 3 dogs, I mean, it's in the amount of stuff that we have, it's not what
A lot
we...
of stuff. She has a lot of clothes.
Yeah, I'm a girl, so... But you should see Alan's closet, though. He has just as many clothes as I do, maybe more.
It's for work, all work purposes.
Yeah, okay.
So another consideration we have is we're pretty handy, so we did built-in closets at our old house, custom closets. We did, we removed the ugly popcorn ceiling. It was a 70s house, so again, we don't mind getting our hands dirty. We want to be in there in the renovation, hands-on, and we're both very picky. We're very particular. We spent hours just deciding what type of paintbrush we should use to get the proper effect for the walls.
We do a lot of research.
We do a lot of research.
A lot of YouTubing.
A lot of YouTube every night. Probably the last 30 minutes before I go to sleep is spent on YouTube researching something.
Yeah, he keeps me up at night too because he's watching YouTube videos.
This is how we found you guys. So I would say we would love to get our hands dirty. We want to be a part of our house. I don't mind. I want something with a lot of character. Nothing creepy, of course.
No,
when people say character, oftentimes haunted houses come into play.
No, we don't want
so
that.
we want the character. We don't want a lot of the baggage or the history.
Yeah, we like more of like the detail in a house. Crown moldings, original hardwood
Wainscoting.
floors. Yeah, stuff like that. So
we watch a lot of Property Brothers, so we get a lot of the terminology from HGTV.
Or he does. I just listen.
Netflix is your friend. Open concept. I think that's the popular style nowadays.
Yeah.
Of course, room for our dogs. As you can probably notice and hear, we don't have any dogs with us, so I haven't lived with our dogs for over a year now, and I miss them a lot.
Yeah, I mean, my family's taking care of the dogs right now, but it's hard. I mean, they don't have dogs themselves, and having to watch our dogs for half a year now, I mean, it's difficult, and we both really want them back.
So basically, we're just really ready for a house right now. We're past that point of our lives where we don't necessarily want to keep bar hopping and clubbing on the weekends. We want to put equity, we want to build value in our house. People tell me I'm the oldest 28-year-old you'll ever meet.
Yes.
I take it as a compliment at this point. But yeah, we just need your help. I'm very picky. I wouldn't have one specific thing that would necessarily break the deal, would you agree? Other than taxes. So Illinois is very high in taxes. They like to tax us. So I would say that on the financial consideration point, I'd be willing to go higher in our price point if the taxes are somewhat lower. And that isn't always a one-to-one correlation, but I know they exist. We found one in Minnesota, so it's a diamond in the rough.
That was actually a little bit hard on me. I mean, for me, I like a nice house. Even if that tax is a little bit higher, that's okay because we get a nice house. But, of course, Alan is the numbers guy. So, after doing all the numbers and letting me know how much monthly mortgage would be, then, I guess he's right in some points.
Think about all the money we could save and travel.
Yeah, but life is short, so you gotta live it up sometimes.
Exactly. You can't stay in your house the entire time.
Yeah. For me, it's definitely a kitchen. I mean, I do most of the cooking.
Liar.
I do. Don't listen to me. But I definitely like my kitchen to be nice and pretty and updated. Definitely don't want to replace any of the cabinets. Hopefully not the countertops. Just something that's more move-in ready as far as the rest of the house we can update, but the kitchen I really don't. I want it to be move-in. I can start cooking and be happy with it in space. I mean, we have a lot of stuff, so I want to make sure that we have enough storage space. And because we have a lot of clothes, we would love to have a walk-in closet. I mean, at our old house, we had separate closets in 2 separate rooms. So it would be ideal if we could have one closet that's a walk-in closet where both of us can have our clothes in one area.
We would love a walk-in closet. Would love a walk-in closet. I will admit I do have a lot of clothes, mainly dress shirts. So I would like a space to keep them all neat, wrinkle free. I'm extremely picky, but I'm not picky, if that makes any sense at all. I don't know what I'm looking for until I see it, or I don't know what I'm not looking for until I see it as well.
I feel like he's a lot more pickier than I am, even though he says he's not picky.
This is an investment.
We have looked at so many houses, and he is a lot pickier than I am. I mean, I walk into a house, and if stuff needs to be done, I'm like, okay, that's no big deal. You know, it won't cost too much to get that replaced or too much to get that repaired, or we could do the job. But Alan's like, no.
Where's the money coming
Exactly.
from?
That's his answer for everything, or question for everything.
Yeah.
So,
and you still don't have an answer.
You know,
doesn't grow on trees.
That's why you save the money for both of us. I just spend it. So we'll walk you through our ideal house. I guess the first thing you will see when you walk in a house is
entryway.
Yeah.
I want a nice open entryway, something that's inviting, someplace where you could put your jackets and your shoes. We're Chinese, so we don't wear shoes inside the house.
No.
So we need some place that is neat but not unpleasant to look at through the eye.
Yeah, I mean, I like it when you can walk into the door and it's inviting, and it makes you feel like you're at home. It's open, and you can just walk straight into the living room and feel comfortable, sit on the couch, watch TV.
For me, my ideal house, you walk in, it's a extremely pleasant and inviting entryway, leading directly to the main living space. And then from there, you know, just branching off. The big thing for me is not so much the layout. I'm very big into decor. So I think decor can make a wonders inside of a transformation inside of a room. My ideal, if we could just go to Restoration Hardware,
yes.
and we could just, you know, take
and
plop it in.
We have unlimited money.
Done deal.
Yeah,
right
we
there.
Don't like bright colors, so like we don't like lime green and pink and yellow. We're
very
that.
boring people. Okay, so I'm gonna show you our current apartment. Come on in. So, like I said, this is it. Nothing, you know, entirely special. This is our bed. This is my desk. And here's Lucy's closet, resting alongside my bike. Her closet broke probably a couple of weeks back at this point. So over here is my closet. I called dibs on the big one because I was here for, again, about a year and a half by myself. So I had to splurge somehow. So this is the nice feature in it. You know, I like a big closet. The owner of this unit actually did a pretty nice job renovating. We got nice hardwood floors. That's something that we need in our place. Again, hardwood floors. Big countertop, big island in the kitchen. That's our kitchen, by the way. So everything was within 5 steps of one another. So again, if you can get a good sense of it, this is about 280 square feet. This is a garden level unit. So there's 2 windows behind you. Right next to us is another house, condo. So there's almost no sunlight even in the sunniest of the summer days.
So first off, about my closet space, this right here broke probably like 5 months ago.
You weren't even here 5 months ago.
Yes, I was. Shh. And yeah, I mean, granted, Alan did get the bigger closet, but because he has so much in there, like you saw, this was the only spot for my clothes, and of course it's right in front of the kitchen. There's no other space to put my clothes. So as I'm cooking over here, this is our only fan when I cook, which literally blows the air back into the apartment. No ventilation here, absolutely no AC, no heating, nothing. So all my clothes smells like food all the time.
This is our heating unit in the winter.
Yes.
This is our cooling unit in the summer.
And it gets extremely hot when we cook. The oven makes it a lot worse, so we hardly use our oven. So, and of course, I do all the cleaning, I do all the cooking, but I mean, it's nice. They're small and petite, but I would definitely want a bigger kitchen. And this is our lovely bathroom, which leads straight into the kitchen, by the way. Not ideal.
There is a pocket door, so
That doesn't lock.
there is a pocket door at least, so I can just close it on her sometimes when I'm annoyed.
I guess the only fan would be in here, but again, it doesn't work that great. I mean, you leave it on for maybe 5 minutes and it starts rattling, and it sounds like it's gonna fall and break. So we don't use that very often. And because there's no ventilation in here, it gets very muggy, a lot of mold, so we have to constantly clean the bathroom as well. If we open the window, there's really no ventilation at all because it's our garden unit. So when we're cooking or when it gets super hot, we literally have the microwave fan on, we have the bathroom fan on, we also have a air purifier on as well, which is down there. And we have a fan that's on all the time, 24/7, just to circulate the air in here because it gets so humid and muggy and eggy. And so it would be nice just to have a livable space.
So house hunters,
Please help us find a new home.